Hey guys, my name is Ash. I'm the founder of Ventura Tour Central Asia, a tour company based in Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. So this is the video number 2 of our long vlog about our Central Asian tour. We'll be covering 5 countries, which is Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan and Tajikistan. So the first episode was in Kazakhstan. If you haven't watched it, make sure you search for it in the playlist, or we will pin it somewhere around here. So the second episode is Kyrgyzstan, which we're starting right now. So have a great time watching Kyrgyzstan episode, and I'll see you soon. Alright, we have just left our people at a hotel in Bishkek, so tomorrow we're leaving for regions to be exploring the second largest alpine lake in the world, Issyk, and some other great locations. So stay tuned, there's going to be a lot of fun very soon. So much of nature. Alright, we're off for some rest. Bye, see you tomorrow. Good morning. So we woke up in Bishkek and now we're about to leave this city and head straight towards the Issyk Lake, the legendary Issyk Lake, the second largest alpine lake in the world, by the way. And so there will be a lot of nature and a lot of cool activities, right? So let's rock. Alright guys, so we have arrived at the historical landmark. Behind me you can see the tower, which is called Burana Tower. This place used to be a town somewhere in the 11th century, so the tower itself is one of the only things that has survived from that age. And the town was ruled by an empire. They were called Karahanid's Empire. And so now it's a complex, it's a historical complex on the territory of which you have the tower itself. You can see that way is an archaeological museum, and then you have I will show you that area, which is dedicated to so-called balbals, the gravestones. And so yeah, here at the tower we normally just do a quick exploration of the tower itself. We're gonna climb up on it, staircase that way, and yeah, let's climb on the top of the tower, walk around the territory, visit the museum, and just get a bit of historical educational knowledge. So this is what the entrance to the tower looks like. It's pretty dark inside actually, but good news is that the whole ascension takes about 2 minutes. So let me go up and I'll see you on the top. Nope, I'm the last one. So yeah, this is what it looks like. As you can see, I'm a little bit out of my breath because I told you this is like a short sprint run. It takes only 1.5 to 2 minutes to go up, but it also takes a bit of energy. So yeah, let me show you the panoramic view of this place. So there we go, that's the archaeological museum. That's the area with the gravestones. And this is the view. This is a 360 view of the place. So yeah, this is where the guys from that empire, from Karahan's empire, this is how they would be keeping their eye on the territory. They would need to control this territory, you know, just to see if the enemy comes up, just to see if everything's calm around. Yeah. And that's, by the way, those mountains that you can see on the horizon, very close to this place. That's already Kazakhstan side. So that's the borderline between Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan. So the capital city, Bishkek, is that way. Yesterday we came from Almaty all the way like that. All right, so let's go back down. Also, an important note that the type of views, I mean the palette of the views that you're seeing depends a lot on the time of year that you're visiting, right? So now it's October, which is autumn in Central Asia. And so yeah, that's why you get this type of yellowish, brownish landscape. But if you're looking for something fresh, green, you have to be looking at May, June, July, somewhere around that. Autumn is fine as well. Autumn is for those autumn colors lovers, because everything's turning crimson, reddish, brownish, yellowish now, golden. So yeah. All right, so we're done with the tower, with this place, and next we're heading to a canyon, a very beautiful, neat canyon that doesn't require a lot of walking. It's only like a 20-minute walk one way, but it gives you really, really beautiful views. So on to the canyon, which is going to take us another hour of driving, right? And then afterwards, we're reaching the lake itself, Issyk Lake, and that's where we're staying for tonight. Tomorrow, we're delving deep into exploration of the lake. All right, guys, so I have showed you what type of transport we use for group tours, but let me actually show you what type of cars we use for private tours as well. This is what we use for private tours. This type of solid SUVs, four-wheel drive. There you go, Baja. So inside you have the driver's seat, a passenger seat, a row of 3 adult seats, and a third row as well. And this trunk, of course, behind the third row. So yeah, this is a type of cars that you can be expecting for private tours. On the way to the canyon itself, you driving through these type of cozy Kyrgyz villages. Look at this. Beautiful, authentic, isn't it? You see all these little houses. So you get to actually experience the way Kyrgyz villages live. You have some gardens here. Also, along with the Kyrgyz villages, you're actually driving by the Kyrgyz cemeteries like this, which is not exactly a very nice thing to see, but I mean, why not? Why not? Because sometimes these tombs or graveyards are a real work of art. You see, with all those structures of old fashion, it's an architecture on its own. Wading through the shrubs and bushes. Look at that. Isn't it adventurous? I think it is. Come on, Baja. Show off your driving skills. Yeehaw! It's like a wild, wild west. Look at that. Getting closer to the canyons. Alright, so we have arrived. I don't know how many times I've said we have arrived. Alright, we have arrived. Alright, we have arrived. Alright, we have arrived. But anyways, we have arrived at the canyon. This is a starting point from where you start hiking until the very heart of the canyon. It's a very light, easy hike. There's not much of ascent. It's a very gradual ascent, right? So you don't really notice it. So you just walk like on a flat land. And it takes about 20-25 minutes to reach the central part of the canyon from where you actually have all the views and the whole beauty of the canyon itself. This canyon is called Kok Moinok, the second canyon in the itinerary after the one in Kazakhstan, after Cholpon Canyon. So, but there will be some more, so let's dive in. So this is the type of views that you get on this panoramic platform of this Kok Moinok Canyon. This is a good place for taking photos from there. Someone standing there taking photos of you being there, and it gets some nice social media photos to brag around with. Let's get on this platform. Yeah, this is what you get. Very compact, neat, nice canyon that doesn't actually require long walks. So very easy, very accessible. Isaku Lake is that direction. So after visiting this canyon, we're continuing to Isaku Lake. Yeah, that's it. By the way, if y'all don't know me, let me introduce myself again. My name is Ash. I am the founder of Ventura Tours Central Asia, a tour company based in Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek. We've been doing tours in Central Asia for over 8 years now. I started when I was pretty young, like 18, 19 years old. And so yeah, we're here for whenever you're ready to discover Central Asia for yourself. We've got you covered, either with information here on YouTube or with some tours or with some other assistance. The reason why we started doing this blog is because we've been doing this for so long, right? And I found that there's not really much of information in English. There's not many locals, you know, from Central Asia who can present an information to English-speaking audience. So most of the videos that you see on YouTube are either just visuals, beautiful footages with drones or cameras, or narratives from other foreign tourists visiting Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, any other country, right? So they present the info from the point of view of a visitor. So we decided to, why not actually presenting the info from the point of view of locals? So we can be sharing some insights with you, some tips and advice on visiting Central Asia, on what to do, on where you can go. Also promoting our tours to you, so whenever you're ready to travel to Central Asia, you've got someone to lean on, right? And so here we are. My name is Ash again. So anytime you feel like we're good for you or our tours are good for you, feel free to check out our website, Ventura Tours Central Asia. Pick any tour that you like and we'll be happy. We'll be delighted to see you in Central Asia, because I think this place deserves more attention, right, in the whole world, because I think the tourism sector has been on the rise in Central Asia over the last 2 decades, but it's still there. It's still gaining its traction, gaining its momentum. And yeah, I think it would be a shame not to share internal information from the locals. Yeah, Central Asia is waiting for you. It has so much to offer you. And yeah, again, we'll be more than happy to see you here. Excuse me, do you know where our driver is? Where's Baha? Do you know? What are you saying? You're saying he's sleeping in the car? Let me see. Oh no, you're a liar. He's not sleeping. He's here on his phone. Hello, Baha. How you doing? Alright guys, so this is the end of the day 2 of Kyrgyzstan part in our 16-day tour of Central Asia. And as you have seen, today's highlights were we started from Bishkek, we went to Burana Tower, the historical landmark. From there, we went to Kok Moinok Canyon. Afterwards, we reached the first town of the Issyk Lake itself. We had lunch. Afterwards, we drove for about 40 minutes more to reach the central town of the north coast of Issyk Lake. It's called Cholpon Ata. I will show you. So it's a little bit dark now. Dark is just getting dark because it's October, so it gets dark earlier. It's 6:48 p.m. on the clock now, but obviously in the summer it gets dark only by 8:30, so it's still light until 8:30. So you can see that way the lake right there. It was a beautiful sunset here. And I also wanted to show you the hotel that we work with on our tours. So this is our go-to choice in Cholpon Ata town, and it's not sponsored at all. We just truly think that this is like one of the only decent options in Cholpon Ata. So it's a very nice hotel slash restaurant. So on the first floor you have restaurant, and the second, third, fourth floors the hotel itself. So you have the view of the lake itself, and back there you have the view of the mountains, right? Yeah, it's been a pretty nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow. A very good morning. So the weather is absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Look at this. Look at how shiny it is. And so we just woke up, and let me show you the morning lake. It's right there. Can you see the lake? Let me actually run for you. To make it quicker. Yeah, that's the lake. And you can also see I'm not sure if you can see the outline of the mountains behind the lake. So the mountains surround the lake all the way around. Like that. There's mountains here too. It's beautiful weather. All right, so let me actually, it's the breakfast time. Let me go to the hotel that I showed you yesterday, and I'll show you what the breakfast looks like. This is the restaurant of the hotel. This is what breakfast looks like. It's the buffet format of breakfast. So you can pick whatever you want, whatever you like, and pick any table and enjoy a meal with a beautiful lake view. Oh, there's May. There's May. Good morning, May. How you doing? How did you guys sleep? All right, here we go. So let me show you what we got here. Very ample breakfast. Baha is right there. He needs to eat a lot because he needs some strength to be able to drive for long distances for a long time without falling asleep. Right, Baha? Say hi to our blog. Hi. And that's the view of the lake. There it is. Right, so let me have my breakfast and I'll see you soon. Hello again. We have arrived at the local dock to have a beautiful ship ride on the second largest alpine lake in the world, Issyk. So for today, since this is a private tour, we have taken this type of middle-sized boat or mini ship. But when it comes to bigger group tours, we usually get something. Wait a second, something like that. Something bigger, right? So yeah, normally the ship or a boat roam around the lake for about an hour. So we ride for about 20 minutes, stop at the depth of 120 meters, and stay there for another 20 minutes. That's the time when you get the opportunity to put on the life jackets and dive into the lake to have a beautiful swim in it, right? So it's already October, so the water should be pretty cold now. I suppose it should be somewhere around 16, 15 degrees Celsius, which is pretty chilly, right? But anyways, for the sake of today, I think I'm gonna go and dive in, right? Just to show you what it feels like, what it looks like. But in the summer, this is a perfect place for swimming because this is the biggest resort in the country, right? I'll be keeping you posted. Alright guys, so here is some basic info on the lake. So the total length of the lake is 180 kilometers. It's pretty vast. The width of the lake, it's 65 km. And the deepest point is 700 meters. So that's just to give you an idea of the scale of how big the lake is, right? If you are roaming on the lake itself, it looks like sea or an ocean, or at least a bay. But if it wasn't for those mountains on the horizon, you wouldn't see its boundaries. So it would feel like an ocean. Beautiful. Alright guys, this is a very exciting moment. So the temperature outside here is 8 degrees Celsius, 8 to 10. The temperature of water is not warmer than 15 Celsius. For those of y'all who speak Fahrenheit, please do the conversion. So it's pretty chilly. I know that for some of y'all most experienced divers, ice divers, they may be like, that's nothing. But for us, the rookies, that's pretty much an achievement. So I don't know why I'm doing this, but I've decided to be entertaining people, right? And that's what I'm going to do now. All right. I've done it before. I swam in March and April when the water temperature was like 12, 13 degrees. And that's the temperature when it starts squeezing your organs inside your body, right? So you can't move that much. So it's just a deep in, spending like 10-15 seconds inside and then coming back. Otherwise, you're done, right? Okay, let's do it. Okay, it's either now or never. Oh. Woo. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Oh. Хорошо. Alright guys, so we finished the lunch, we arrived at the hotel, and we let our tourists have a little bit of rest time before heading to the hot springs. So the hot springs, they located about 30 minutes away from this town of Karakol, and that's where we're heading next in about an hour. We'll give them an hour to freshen up, and I'll see you at the hot springs. Alright, so this is what the pools look like. As I said before, there's 3 pools with different temperatures, right, for better contrast. So the one that I'm in right now is hot, very hot. I'm not sure what's the temperature like in degrees, but I feel like it's somewhere around 40 Celsius. So it's pretty hot. It's like in a scorching summer day. And this one, the second pool, is with warm water, and that one is with chilly water. And also, that way, behind these pools, you have a river, a real mountain river, for even better contrast, right? So you can actually, what a lot of people do, they actually go dive into the river, into the ice cold river, and then coming back here, diving straight into the hot one, which makes your body itch like crazy. But they say it's beneficial for your body. They say it's healthy. All right, let me show you the mountain river right now. Let's go. Come on. So this is the river. It's not as ferocious as it is in the summer, but still, you get the real ice-cold mountain river from the melting glaciers, right? So you could tell it's really cold. It's ice cold. So what I'm going to do now is stand under this hose with ice-cold water and then just run fast into that boiling water. Let's do it. Ooh. It's ice cold. It was indeed ice cold, just like a proper mountain water, now boiling. Oh yeah, it's like 1,000 needles have been stabbed into your body, but it's really refreshing. Yeah, pretty much so. Pure delight. You gotta try this out whenever you're on Karakol. Right, see you soon. Alright guys, so now it's a bit of a cultural time in Karakol. So we're doing a short city town excursion, right? So in terms of attractions, there's not really much to see in Karakol, but there's a couple of really prominent ones, which is this Russian Orthodox church and a Dungan mosque. I'll explain a bit later what Dungan means, and I'll show you the mosque as well, but now we are at the church, right? So let me show you what the church looks like. This one was built in 1895, back when this town was populated by Russian people from the Russian Empire, right? That was the time before we joined the Soviet Union. And so for those of you who didn't know, yes, we were the part of the Soviet Union, and we still speak 2 languages here in Central Asia in general. We speak our local language. So for Kyrgyzstan it's Kyrgyz language, for Kazakhstan it's Kazakh language, for Uzbekistan Uzbek, for Turkmenistan Turkmen, and so on and so forth. And also we speak Russian language as well. And also, guys, since we have touched this religious topic, I felt like I have to let you know that the whole area of Central Asia is primarily Muslims, right? So we are Muslims by birth, but because we have so many nationalities, so many religions living in one place, we still do have churches, we have synagogues, we have mosques, we have everything, right? So, because we spent so long with Soviet Union, there has been always so many nationalities living in this region. And so yeah, I just felt like this would be a useful info for you to know before visiting Central Asia. Yes, we are Muslims, and Islam is a dominating religion here. But again, as you might have noticed, that this is a little bit of a different concept of Islam. It's way relaxed than as opposed to other Arabic countries, right? Where sometimes Islam can be pretty strict, right? So it's a bit of a relaxed version of Islam, because again, we are all secular countries. We're not Islamic countries. Info for you to be aware of, to know about. All right, guys. So now we are at the second attraction of the city excursion of Karakol, which is the Dungan Mosque. So let me explain to you what Dungan means. So Dungan is a group of Chinese people, Chinese Muslims, who settled here in this town of Karakol more than 150 years ago, right? And that's why Karakol is the home to one of the biggest communities of Dungans in Central Asia. And so this mosque was built by a rich Dungan guy in 1910, right? So around the time of 1905, he commissioned 10 masters from Beijing to come here and design this project. So as you can see, it has a very vivid, strong Chinese design influence, right? So it doesn't quite look like a mosque, like a traditional mosque, right? Yeah, and it is because it was built by the Chinese designers. Look how beautiful it is. Yeah. And the best thing is that this mosque is still operating, and people come here for praying, especially the Friday prayings. Right, guys, so now we have arrived at the Jeti Oguz gorge. Look at that. These red clay formations they call Jeti Oguz. From Kyrgyz language, it means 7 bulls. For whatever reason, they call these rocks 7 bulls, right? And this is the canyon-like red clay formations. So normally what we do in the summer, we drive deep into that valley. Can you see that? Into that gorge, close to those snowy mountains. And that's where the yurt camps are located. So that's where we stay in summer, in yurts, and there's also some waterfalls. That's where we do horse riding. That's where we chill, hang out, and that's very beautiful summer pastures. And yeah, so in Soviet times, they used to be on that place right there. They used to be a recreational resort. People would be getting some therapies and baths there, healing baths and stuff. And now it's under renovation, I suppose. Yeah, so Jeti Oguz Valley, gorge. The sunlight is a little bit wrong now. I mean, it's shining from behind the canyons. That's why the colors are not as vivid as they could be. But if you get the sun lighting from that direction, it's absolutely beautiful. Look at those mountains too. They're all covered in snow already, because it's October. Good morning, guys. We just checked out of the hotel and we came to the canyon, which is called Skazka, which means fairy tale. And Before entering the canyon, we are actually embarking on a very exciting experience, the eagle hunting process. So this is how it works. So as you can see right over there, there's the eagle man himself, right? He came with his eagle, and then there's a Kyrgyz dog inside that car as well. So basically what the eagle hunting is, don't think that it's exploiting of animals. It's nothing like that. So these eagle hunters, they considered official sportsmen in our country with all the licenses and everything. So basically they just do the training process that they would be doing anyways, with or without us. But we also do this thing as part of our tours as well. We actually have joined another group of ours. So that young lady that you see right there wearing the black hoodie, that's one of our guides at Ventura Tours, Central Asia. Yeah, I got lucky that we met them because now she can be doing the translation while me doing this blog for you guys. Okay, let's listen to her. This is exactly how it works. So you arrive at the spot, and while the eagle man is giving the information in Kyrgyz language, your guide is translating everything to English, right? And so after all the information is given, after you know all the major facts about these birds, we start the hunting process itself. So as you can see, the guy has already fetched his glove. And now let's start the hunting process itself. His assistant is already on his way to that hilltop. So yeah, here we go. So now he is calling the bird. Keep an eye on the bird. It's flying, it's flying, it's flying. So now it's gonna land on his arm. It's hard to see the bird, but I hope. Something like that. This is the first take of calling the eagle to land on the owner's arm. This is a very important skill because when these hunters take the birds into the wild for hunting in winter time, they have to be able to call it back so that the bird can recognize the call and come back to the owner. And now the second take is going to be the hunt itself. So as you can see, that guy took the carcass of an animal, so that's either fox skin or jackal skin carcasses. So they normally use either foxes or jackals. And yeah, now he's gonna be running with the carcass tied up to a rope, while that guy on the mountaintop is releasing the eagle. So you'll see for yourself what it looks like now. Yeah, we're ready. Okay, the eagle is released. Now he's gonna start running. The eagle is flying. I hope you can see. I'm not sure if I captured it, but I think I did. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Now it's sitting there bragging about his skills. Normally when they catch a prey, they start making noises like this as a way of saying, look at me, how good I am. And you can also take the eagle onto your arm and hold it up like that for some nice photos. And so this is the type of the national Kyrgyz dog that I was talking about right there. Oh, come on, don't hide from us. Yeah, so this one, so as you can see, it's a very peculiar looking dog. It's tall, lean, and furry. And that's a special breed of a hunting dog that our Kyrgyz ancestors used many centuries ago for hunting and just in their household daily life. Yeah, look at that guy. And now he starts playing with the duck, teasing it. So now we do the archery part. So that guy is setting up that target somewhere around there. So first the Eagle Man is demonstrating his shot first, and then you can take over the bow and try it for yourself. So Medina is right there teaching her tourists how to shoot a bow. I will actually introduce you to Medina right now. Now our driver Baha.
Wow! Very close.
Good. So for the sake of this video, for this vlog, I'm gonna demonstrate you how I shoot the bow, just to prove you that I used to be a guide myself. It's gonna be only one shot. Now, okay, let's do this second. I used to be a guide myself. So I have to make the most of this chance of meeting Medina on one of our tours. So this is Medina.
Hi guys, I'm
one of the
Medina.
guys of Ventura Tour Central Asia. Let's stand against the sun. So Medina, what do you have to say to anybody
Welcome to Kyrgyzstan.
wishing to visit Central Asia?
Guys, so Kyrgyzstan is actually one of the most beautiful countries in Central Asia, and there's like other countries as well, so you really have to visit it. We have like so many beautiful things here, and you're always welcome. And please choose Ventura Tour Central Asia.
All right, thank you.
Yay.
We'll see you again. Bye. So now we're at the famous Skazka Canyon, Fairy Tale Canyon. This is what it looks like. It was named Fairy Tale Canyon because of all these fancy looking formations. And some of these, they resemble, you know, these sleeping animals. Like this could be a back of a dinosaur, and then you have the Chinese wall over there, and then those vivid colors, a yellowish, brownish, reddish. So these type of colors. This is why it's called a fairy tale canyon, and that is still the lake. So as you can see, you can take many different paths here in this canyon and spend like half of the day here doing hikes. This is a really cool place for hiking, for some adventurous hiking, because it makes you feel like you're somewhere, you know, in the movie. It's like deserty landscapes, different colors, and then you have to be climbing all these clay rocks, which is a lot of fun, especially those, like these ones that look like sort of castles. You can climb all the way up on them. Yeah, very beautiful. You see any direction you go, it looks adventurous. Okay guys, so we are on our way back to Bishkek, to the capital city of Kyrgyzstan, and so as a final touch around the lake, we normally stop for a lovely picnic on the wild beach, right? So you can see the lake right behind me. That's where we parked the car, under this beautiful poplar tree. And there you go, the wild beach and the beautiful picnic, delicious picnic. So we got some grilled chicken, we got some fruits, we got some sweets, and here is Baha making a delicious tea for you on this portable gas burner, gas stove. Yeah, and that's the lake. So on the first day we were right the opposite side, so that's where the town Cholpon Ata is. So basically we just made a loop, made a circle around the whole lake of Istanbul. And yeah, we're gonna have some lunch now and then drive straight to Bishkek. This is the final touch of our Istanbul trip. Next ahead we have Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. So let's go. We'll see you soon. Alright guys, so this is it for the Kyrgyzstan part. We have done Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and now we're on to Uzbekistan. So if you have enjoyed watching this Kyrgyzstan episode, please consider subscribing to our channel, because we're going to be sharing tons of useful information on Central Asia travels, so that anytime when you're ready to travel to Central Asia, you have a good source of information to lean on. So stay tuned. There's a lot of cool stuff coming over. And so yeah, I'll see you in Uzbekistan.